This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. The Maytag repairman of weather is back to work now. His map is full of green.
Meaning that for the last couple of weeks, I haven't had much to do. That is true. That is true. It's been a very quiet weather period, you know, very dry, and we certainly could use a little rainfall around here, and we're seeing it today, and we'll see it again later in the week. So we have multiple chances this week of seeing some significant rain falling in some locations. Unfortunately, not everybody will get the benefit of these rain showers, but for those of you that have seen rain overnight, some of it has been fairly significant. Taking a look at the radar signatures, you can see the heaviest of the rain now falling down to the south in Lee County. But still, locally, an area of showers from about, Venice down through Inglewood, seeing some pretty decent rain showers there as well. And also in Bradenton, around Lakewood Ranch area, seeing some pockets of rain. There's also heavier rain back to the north of us, and that's in line for a little bit later on mid-morning. Coming through our area, bringing us about a 40% chance of rain today. Some of the showers that are produced could be thunderstorms, turn into thunderstorms, and some of them could have some gusty winds and heavy downpours of rain. But they'll be brief. Total rainfall amounts, not drought busting, but they help. We'll talk about the forecast in just a few.
All right, thank you, John. Talk to you soon. Quiet right now in Manatee County. A couple of slowdowns here and there. Nothing major at this hour of the day, though. Farther south into Sarasota County, smooth, not even a single slowdown. And then the third map down south will show us a couple of slowdowns on 41. All smooth at 6:02 on your rainy Tuesday morning.
Here's a look at the top 3 stories we're following for you that are local this morning.
Plans are being discussed to bring more affordable housing to Bradenton. A project is being looked at for the area of 6th Avenue East and 9th Street East, all east of downtown. The proposed complex would have over 80 new apartments to help with the rising cost of rent here on the Suncoast.
Protesters and counter-protesters took to the streets of Sarasota, all for the issue of immigration rights. The main idea being discussed was whether or not to make Sarasota a sanctuary city, but so far there's been no effort to actually deem Sarasota a sanctuary city.
Governor Rick Scott calling on local health and law enforcement to help find a solution to the statewide opioid epidemic. There's a meeting set for this morning in Bradenton. Of course, Manatee County tops the list with the highest number of overdose deaths of all of Florida's 67 counties. That workshop, 9 a.m. at the Bradenton Area Convention Center.
In national news this morning, violence breaks out on a Texas college campus.
One person is dead, 3 others injured after a stabbing at the University of Texas at Austin. Police say a student there went on a rampage Monday afternoon. Witnesses say he calmly walked around a plaza while students were heading to class, suddenly attacking people with a random knife.
All I could think about was hiding and just doing whatever I could to stay out of sight until I knew it was okay to come out. So just absolute fear that I'd never felt on campus before.
Now here's the man, 21-year-old Kendricks White. He is in custody now. Police are interviewing him, trying to find a clearer motive. They say their investigation could take some time due to dozens of witnesses they have to interview first.
Also in Texas, a paramedic is shot in Dallas while responding to a call of another shooting. A police sergeant was able to pull that paramedic to safety as SWAT teams, armed officers, and federal agents swarmed to the scene to find a gunman. A tip led police to a home where the suspect was found dead from an apparent suicide. Another person was also found dead inside that home. Their identities have not been released yet, but the wounded paramedic is in critical but stable condition after emergency surgery. Another officer and a citizen were also injured in that shooting, but are expected to make a full recovery.
An update now on another shooting that left one woman dead at a California apartment complex over the weekend. Friends have named her as Monique Clark. She is one of several injured after a gunman opened fire at the pool party. A man injured in the shooting is also thanking police this morning.
I want to give thanks to the San Diego Police Department, the fire department, and I can't remember the officer's name, but he was great.
The suspect is 49-year-old Peter Sellis. He was shot and killed by police at the scene. On to state news now in Tallahassee. Another candidate joins the race for Florida's next governor. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam has filed his paperwork. He has been the Commissioner of Agriculture since 2011. Before that, he served as a congressman for 10 years in North Florida. He's just 42 years old, a fifth-generation Floridian. In fact, his family is named after Putnam County. He is the first major Republican to enter the race. Democrats looking to fill the vacant seat after Governor Scott's term include the Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum and Orlando businessman Chris King.
Also happening in our state's capital, legislation that could give young offenders a second chance. A bill has passed the state Senate that changes how Florida juveniles are punished for nonviolent offenses. It requires law enforcement to issue a civil citation or require the person participate in a diversion program if he or she meets certain criteria. That juvenile must admit to committing one of 12 first-time misdemeanors, including possession of alcohol, trespass, and disorderly conduct. Now that bill now heads to the House of Representatives. New tax cuts are gaining approval by the Senate. Senators approved 2 new tax cuts proposals yesterday. One will increase property tax exemptions for homeowners by $25,000. The other is a wide-ranging tax package for the coming year. It includes scaling back the 10-day sales tax holiday to 3 days in August for clothing and electronics. It also cuts sales tax holidays for hurricane supplies and a 1-year exemption from sales tax on college textbooks.
Meantime, state workers could soon see an increase in pay under a bill approved by the Senate Appropriations Committee. Chairman Jack Latvala has made a state worker pay raise his top priority for the session.
Everything relating to our state employees, both what we want in the Senate and what the House wants, is in one package, so it either succeeds together or it fails together.
The $186 million pay raise is the first raise across the board for rank-and-file workers since 2006. That raise would provide a $1,400 increase for workers earning less than $40,000 a year. Workers who earn more than that would get a $1,000 raise. If passed, it would take effect on October 1st.
Congressman Buchanan is co-sponsoring a bill that aims to protect Florida's coastlines from oil spills. Buchanan and Congressman Debbie Wasserman Schultz are backing the Marine Oil Spill Prevention Act. It would extend a current ban on oil drilling until 2027. The current moratorium, which bans drilling within 125 miles off most of the Gulf, is set to expire in 2022. That legislation also makes the oil company responsible for a spill. They have to pay for cleanup efforts and provide grant funding to states as well. ABC 7 is now a proud member of the Raycom Media family. Our dedication here to the Suncoast remains as strong as ever and will only be amplified by the power of Raycom Media.
Here's a look now at how Raycom will help bring us even closer to our community commitment on the Suncoast.
Headquartered in Montgomery, Alabama, Raycom is a powerful force in the media world, with stations from the beaches of Hawaii through the Sonoran Desert, across the heartland and deep south to the shores of the Suncoast.
Raycom is a company that invests in news in every market we go into.
This company is now 65 stations strong across 44 television markets. Impressive for a company that started in 1996 with 12 TV stations. Raycom is employee-owned, one of the largest privately owned broadcast companies in the country. It takes 4,800 employees to keep all facets of this growing group moving into this exciting and evolving media world.
We are Raycom Media.
We are Raycom Media.
What Raycom means to WWSB is more resources to allow them to do a better job covering the market.
But it doesn't just stop at the local television level. Raycom Media also includes 2 radio stations. Raycom Sports, which spans from covering sporting events to marketing and distributing the sports content, and 4 other companies: Pure Cars, Tupelo Raycom, RTM Productions, and Broadview Media, involved in digital, sports, and entertainment production.
3, 2, 1, and...
Today at 5 on ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
ABC 7 is already ingrained in the Suncoast community, so it's fitting that Raycom Media has at its core a strong belief in the communities it serves.
All of our general managers do 2 editorials a week, and they take up issues that are critical to the community, and then we in turn invite response from those community members.
As a Raycom station, you'll see more ways to deliver more information to you on the go. From over-the-top platforms like Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV, to the mobile device in your hand, and still on the TV set in your living room.
We will do not only news, but we will do, special content, whether it's, cultural or arts events that take place in Sarasota.
You will still see the same familiar faces bringing you the news that impacts the Suncoast, and you'll know ABC 7 is finding new ways to make sure you don't miss an important story.
we're investing heavily in that, and we'll do that here in Sarasota.
We're still here for you wherever you go.
To learn more about Raycom Media, go to our website at mysuncoast.com. Once again, we go from 2 sister stations to about 62 sister stations, so big change in our family here.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
Lots of good stuff out there, yeah. We have across our region also something kind of exciting, a radar with some echoes on it. Love that. You know, we've been concentrating, I think, on the heavier rain that has fallen today. I want to just point out that in areas where you've only seen light rain, because it's been so long since we've seen rain, those roadways are going to be really slippery out there as that light rain brings the oils to the surface. So just watch that.
I'm not saying you weren't busy for weeks, but Jacqueline said she caught you quilting one morning.
I had to call you, throw you under the bus on that one.
It's a longer story,
Sorry,
folks. 6:12 right now, coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, behind the scenes of the Marine Patrol on Sarasota Bay.
Now's the perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to californiaclosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperatures have dropped just a little bit due to some rain-cooled air, and also because it's that time of day. 71 degrees, the current dew point value. We've got some rain in progress at the airport, and a southeast wind blows at about 9 right now. We are looking today for kind of a cloudy day with periods of rainfall during the first half of the day. Then during the second half of the day, things will clear up just a little bit. Some of the rain that falls could be strong, heavy rainfall for a very brief period of time, so total rainfall amounts not that great. This is not a drought-busting rain. It's also not a severe weather day either. 73 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, 74 in Mayaca City, also in Parrish, 75 in Bradenton, Sarasota, 74 in Venice, 73 Inglewood, 75 in Longboat Key. So we had some pretty good storms during the overnight. You may have been awakened by lightning and thunder during the early morning hours. I guess it still is early morning hours for some people's reckoning, but around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, there were some pretty good storms. Also inland in the southern half of Sarasota, there were some pretty good storms around as well. We have a line of showers developing out in Gulf waters. That'll be moving closer to us through the mid-morning hours as well. Right now, ongoing rain falling around areas from Venice southward mostly, and also a few spotty areas in Manatee County. This is a loop of the lightning pops that we have had over the nighttime hours. And you can see we had some pretty good ones down around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor where rainfall rates were heaviest. We also have one that has popped up out in Gulf waters associated with that line of showers that's gradually sinking southward. So our chance for thunderstorms today is still not quite over yet as that front sinks southward into our area. Scattered rain showers across areas of Manatee County. Seeing some rain falling now. Whitfield Estates, Bayshore Gardens, moving inland toward Elwood Park. Those showers, again, not producing any lightning, and then periods of moderate rain will not last very long. We have some spotty showers now around Venice East and moving toward inland areas of Inglewood. Really not seeing much in the way of any kind of heavy rain falling, but we do have a frontal boundary sinking southward that promises us that chance of rain today. Back behind it, another frontal boundary that'll be approaching us on Thursday. Today, scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, and then late afternoon clearing. That clearing takes place with a little drier air moving in, but it won't have long. We'll watch the showers today give way to that little bit of clearing as showers move inland and then are pushed south as that front dissipates. But then, as we head into Thursday, into Friday, we'll be watching a line of storms coming our way with a second cold front. That one promises a potential, at this point anyway, of some stronger storms, perhaps even severe storms. So we'll be monitoring that and updating the forecast for Thursday into Friday. Clearing for the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like there is an accident off of 43 in northern Manatee County. That's up towards that direction as we head throughout the area. State Road 70 and 301 seeing some congestion in both directions. Also in Sarasota County, Fruitville seeing some congestion as you head towards 41. Also Bee Ridge Road in both directions seeing some congestion, mostly due to that construction project. As we head south into South County, pretty quiet through that area, just that Venice area seeing some congestion on the roadways.
All this week, we're going behind the badge to show you some unique elements of local law enforcement.
We're starting on the beautiful Suncoast waters where the Sarasota Police Department has a very unique marine patrol. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick takes us along for the ride.
Every day, just before the sun rises, Sarasota Marine Patrol is gearing up and hitting the water, along with hundreds of boaters.
We're a coastal community. Everything that happens on land also happens on the water.
Mike Skinner is one of 2 Sarasota police officers who patrols the city waters. From North Siesta Bridge to Sarasota Bay, everything in the Big Pass to Shell Beach, along with parts of the New Pass.
On a daily basis, I'll get a call for service. That can include a rescue call. I can get called for a distressed mammal, whether it be manatee, sea turtle. I get called about wake violations, boating violations. People do contact me about fishing violations.
And when Skinner is out patrolling the waters, he says it's not about writing tickets. He's mainly out there to promote boating safety.
People are out here for the adventure, the excitement, the fishing, the relaxation. The last thing they want is an emergency, and they want to make sure, if they do have one, that they have the proper safety equipment on board. I just want to say thank you for allowing your kids to wear their life vests.
The violation that Officer Skinner sees most frequently is wake violations. Boaters going too fast in a minimum or no wake zone.
You're responsible for your wake. So if it causes damage or personal injury, that vessel is responsible. I'm Officer Skinner with the Sarasota Police Department. The reason for the stop is we're in a slow speed minimum wake zone. The normal violation would be $93 for violating the wake zone. Obviously, you're probably not from the area, not familiar with the waterways. I recommend that take a look around you, look at the other activity of the boats. If they're at a slow speed, abide by that as well. Do you have questions, concerns, or anything?
No, appreciate the warning, and
all right,
keep her safe the rest of the way.
All right, guys, have a great weekend.
All right,
enjoy your time down here. We have New Pass bait shops. We have a lot of loading and unloading. So you can imagine if a parent's handing up their child to another family member, the last thing they want to do is have a wake hit their boat and they're striking the dock. And just behind us we have active fueling. So if someone's actively putting fuel in the boat and all of a sudden that boat starts rocking back and forth, now we're looking at a possible fuel spill.
Marine Patrol won't pull anyone over without a reason. But the main reasons boaters get pulled over are for things like driving under the influence, boating in the wrong channel, and not having registration stickers.
Do you have your registration sticker? Yeah, I see it there. You're good. I see it there. Have a good day, guys.
And once they've stopped a boat, they do routine checks to make sure they have all of the necessary safety gear on board.
You have 4 life jackets? Yeah. Good. We're in the green. We're good. Okay. I see the sound-making device there on the keychain. That's good.
Yep. You need to be self-contained. If you have a problem on the water, you need to be able to fix it. That's why every boat has safety requirement.
Being out on the water, crashes between 2 vessels is almost 100% avoidable. We have to look back at the collision regulations that the Coast Guard holds, the standards that they hold. Carelessness is one of the #1 reason why we have a lot of these accidents.
As far as drinking and boating is concerned,
in the state of Florida, you can be in possession of an open container and operate a vessel as long as you're not over .08.
Officer Skinner says he doesn't see many drunk boaters on the water, but if he does,
it's a $500 penalty. You will be arrested and you will go to jail. The difference is it will not affect your driver's license unless you're given another or have a previous DUI.
There's one major difference between the beat officers on the street and a Marine Patrol officer.
Is that they're typically out here by themselves. As an officer safety issue, when I'm on land and I call for backup, I'm going to have it probably within seconds, less than minutes. If you're out on the water, you can't always count on that.
Officer safety is a huge concern out here because I am by myself sometimes, and there's a lot of moving parts when you stop a vessel. You got to worry about other boaters around you. You got to worry about obviously the person you're dealing with, the passengers on board, and then you have to deal with the currents.
But they have plenty of other types of backup, working with almost a dozen other agencies like Moat Marine, the Sheriff's Department, and of course, the Coast Guard. From behind the badge on a boat, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And they always have life jackets, a fire extinguisher, and some sort of noise-making device on board at all times.
Just a reminder, our week-long series of Behind the Badge continues tonight. We'll introduce you to the only elementary school resource officer in Palmetto. Officer Douglas Marston can be seen walking the halls of Palmetto Elementary, making sure students are in their classes, addressing disciplinary issues, and patrolling the campus. Marston says it's important to educate students to help officers become a positive presence in their lives.
You are the liaison from the police department to the school, to the public, and to the parents.
Marston's position is fully funded by the Palmetto Police Department. The only other elementary school resource officer in Manatee County is at Anna Maria Elementary. However, all middle and high schools in the county are staffed with a full-time officer. Be sure to tune in to ABC7 at 5 o'clock tonight for more on Officer Marston.
I'm going to sound old right now. We never had officers in school when I was growing up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Whole new world.
We had them when I was in high school, but not in elementary or middle school. So you're seeing more of that as our society continues to change.
Yes, it does. 6:24 is still ahead. New details on a missing couple in Belize.
We'll tell you the latest coming from law enforcement after this.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. It's Total Zoo Tuesday with Big Cat Habitat. Plus Variety Magazine honors Ringling College and Popey's Place is in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
A beautiful shot there of a peaceful Sarasota horizon, although there's plenty of rain right now on John's radars. We'll talk about that shortly.
Welcome back. It's 6:27 on this Tuesday morning, and Jimmy Kimmel made an emotional start to his show last night.
He told his audience about the ordeal his new son and his whole family went through shortly after Billy was born. Diane Macedo has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an emotional Jimmy Kimmel tearfully recounting the terrifying moments after his son Billy was born.
They did an echocardiogram, which is a sonogram of the heart, and found that Billy was born with a heart disease, something called tetralogy of Fallot with pulmonary atresia. It's hard to explain. Basically, the pulmonary valve was completely blocked, and he has a hole in the wall between the left and right sides of his heart. We put the baby in an ambulance to Children's Hospital, Los Angeles, and on Monday morning, Dr. Starnes opened his chest and fixed one of the two defects in his heart. He opened the valve, and the operation was a success.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more on Kimmel's son and the road ahead. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Hi, I'm Frank. I take Movantik for OIC, opioid-induced constipation. Had a bad back injury. My doctor prescribed opioids, which helped with the chronic pain, but backed me up. Big time. Tried prunes, laxatives, still constipated. Had to talk to my doctor. She said, "How long you been holding this in?" That was my Movantik moment. My doctor told me that Movantik is specifically designed for OIC and can help you go more often. Don't take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Movantik may cause serious side effects, including symptoms of opioid withdrawal, severe stomach pain and/or diarrhea, and tears in the stomach or intestine. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take. Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects. Why hold it in? Have your Movantik moment. Talk to your doctor about opioid-induced constipation. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free, and andservices.com. andservices.com.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. andservices.com. andservices.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, Bradenton residents could see new affordable housing going up in the near future. We'll tell you where new development is being planned.
Plus, protesters and counter-protesters debate the issue of Sarasota being a sanctuary city after a commission candidate's comment.
And changes could be on the way for Sarasota homeowners, how much you could be paying for local fire departments. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a beautiful shot looking towards Sarasota Bay and Longboat Key here from the Rosemary District in Sarasota. Although today isn't quite as peaceful. Some clouds in the sky and also plenty of rain on the radar. Good morning. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with John Scalzi. You can give us a little bit more of an update on those rain storms across the area.
Yes, we have had some pretty good rainfall, actually. Probably exceeding an inch in areas around Charlotte Harbor, and some fairly decent rain showers that have moved on through quickly, but have produced some pretty heavy rainfall at times. We got a little bit of a lull right now across the area in terms of ongoing rain showers. There's a smattering, scattering of light rain falling in Bradenton and down around areas of the Charlotte-Sarasota border. Also out in Gulf waters, there are more showers on the way. So we are not done yet with the possibility of some scattered rain showers or even the potential for a thunderstorm or two. We'll have a fair amount of cloud cover, but during the second half of the day, we might see a little bit of clearing as the activity shifts southward. It's one of 2 good chances for rainfall this week, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon, John. Some activity right now in Manatee County, an accident in I-75 around 43. You'll see that. Also some slowdowns on 301 near State Road 70. Farther south now on the maps, we'll check out Sarasota County. A little bit of a slowdown on 41 as you head toward the bayfront there before the turnoff to the Ringling Bridge. A slowdown there by that construction project. And a couple of slowdowns on 41, nothing too major at 6:35 on this Tuesday morning.
Well, let's take a look at the top national stories we're following for you this morning.
One person is dead. 3 others are recovering after a stabbing at the University of Texas at Austin. Police say another student, 21-year-old Kendricks White, went on a stabbing rampage Monday afternoon.
Also in Texas, a paramedic is shot in Dallas while responding to a call of another shooting. The wounded paramedic is in critical but stable condition after emergency surgery. Another officer and a citizen were also injured in that shooting but are expected to make a full recovery.
And an update on another incident left a woman dead at a pool party in San Diego over the weekend. Monique Clark was killed, several others injured. Police shot and killed the gunman. That is the victim who was killed on Sunday in that unfortunate incident.
Topping our local stories here on the Suncoast, protesters and counter-protesters hit the streets of Sarasota yesterday.
A debate broke out over the issue of sanctuary cities. Look at this. A comment about Sarasota being a sanctuary city by Commission candidate Jennifer Ahern Koch led to pro and counter demonstrations. One side said it's too much for local taxpayers to handle illegal immigrants, while others say it would be a good idea.
We believe human rights are universal, and you can't decide who does and does not receive human rights.
Election Day is a week from today in Sarasota as well as in Northport. Early voting takes place all this week. A new affordable housing development is being planned for Bradenton. The developer wants to build 90 apartments on 3.5 acres at the corner of 6th Avenue East and 9th Street East. The Addison development will feature 54 two-bedroom apartments, 26 one-bedroom apartments, and 10 three-bedroom apartments. Rent would start at $561 a month. Now, the proposed development is receiving some mixed reaction.
I think it's fine. I don't see a big deal about it. I mean, you know, give a few more people a place to stay.
There's a lot of homes here now that are empty because the markets keep going up and they fail, and then people get put out. So let's get these houses that are already built. Let's get people in them. Let's get them living in them. Make it affordable.
The project is still in the very early stages, so no groundbreaking date is set quite yet.
A follow-up this morning as the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office continues to investigate a possible marijuana growth house fire in Venice after detectives found marijuana on that property. First responders arrived at the burning home on Sunset Beach Drive around noon on Sunday. Fire officials say they found 3 cannabis plants on the patio. Special investigations detectives then say they seized more than 4 pounds of marijuana, several plant clippings, and growing lights. The State Fire Marshal's office is still investigating the cause of that fire. So far, no arrests have been made, and the house is deemed a total loss. Some homeowners in Sarasota County could be paying less to fund local fire departments. Sarasota County Emergency Services is in the process of updating the procedures for determining how much property owners are charged for fire service. That formula is based on the level of service being provided to certain buildings in the county. But officials say there's been a shift from residential to non-residential fire responses since the last update back in 2003, and that the tax burden should reflect that. County officials say the fire department's total budget of $34.5 million will not go down. They'll also be holding 6 public meetings at these multiple different locations this month to explain the changes before the topic comes up at a public hearing on May 23rd. 2 Sarasota men behind bars accused of carrying out a home invasion robbery last month. Sarasota County detectives say the 2 men kicked in the front door of a home on Restful Lane and held the residents at gunpoint with a rifle. Detectives identified the suspects as these 2, William Robbins Risacco and Chance Terrell. Both are charged with 2 counts of armed home invasion robbery. The Sarasota Police Department looking for a man officers believe is using a credit card stolen from a car during a recent burglary. He's the one on your screen there. SPD released these images yesterday in an effort to try and find the suspect. The man was caught on camera at a Wawa early in the morning on April 19th. He was seen riding in the passenger seat of a red Ford Expedition. He then tried using the same card at a different store later that morning. Anyone with any information on this is asked to call the police department as soon as possible. New details in the Sarasota Police Department's efforts to collect unwanted prescription drugs over the weekend.
Police say they collected 35 pounds of unused and expired prescription drugs during a national drug take-back initiative with the DEA. The DEA will collect the drugs from the department and dispose of them properly. The drug take-back effort is an effort to prevent prescription drug abuse and theft. The department also has permanent drop boxes at the headquarters on Adams Lane. And today, Governor Rick Scott is calling on local health officials to seek new solutions to a statewide opioid epidemic. He's directing the Florida Department of Children and Families, as well as other officials, to hold workshops within local communities to find a solution to end the ongoing epidemic. You might know Manatee County tops the list with the highest number of overdose deaths of all of Florida's 67 counties. Indeed, a dubious distinction. That public workshop starts at 9 o'clock this morning at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. The governor says these workshops are a starting point, and we hope they certainly are successful. So, some rain on your radar.
How's that going over there?
Well, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, we got some much needed rainfall around here. One thing I would like to stress, though, is that not every place is seeing any kind of heavy rain. A lot of places seeing light rain, even kind of misty sort of environment. And because it's been so long since we've seen any rainfall, that can really bring the oils on the surface of the roadways right up to the surface. Right. So it can be kind of slippery out there. Just pay attention to that as you're driving around this morning. Otherwise, good news on the weather front. We'll talk about it in a second.
All right, keep your eye open on those roadways. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a new contract for TV and film writers is still unclear.
We'll tell you what to expect next from Hollywood with a new tentative deal being reached overnight.
Now's a perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So currently we got some cloud cover out there. Cloud cover kind of thick. We'll probably see some breaks in that cloud as we head into the second half of the day, and that'll help boost our temperatures up to the mid to upper 80s today. A little bit cooler than 24 hours ago, perhaps by a few degrees. The cloud cover has also given way to a little bit of rainfall across the region. Okay, currently across the area, we have an air temperature coming in at 75 degrees, a dew point of 71. That's kind of steamy, kind of thick. Feels almost kind of misty out there in places because of that high dew point value. Southeast wind coming in at about 9, and we've had some scattered showers across the region. 73 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch. You get the picture, fairly uniform temperatures from north, south, east, and west because of the fairly calm winds and because of the cloud cover that's been around. Becky in Myakka phoned in and said, yay, she got a quarter-inch of rainfall there. Morgan Lee in Bradenton has not had any rainfall yet, and that's the way it's going to be today. Some folks will get the rain, some folks won't. Little less than a 50-50 coverage, about a 40% chance of showers today. Pretty good confidence in that. We have a line of showers still extending out in Gulf waters. That's our actual cold front, which is one of the trigger mechanisms, principal trigger mechanisms for these showers that we're getting around today. Right now, the heaviest of stuff across the area is not all that heavy, just some really light rain falling just to the north of Parrish, moving on to areas of Hillsborough County, and also between Palmetto and Foxley, we're seeing a patch of some light rain falling along 75. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on right now in terms of rain. We have had some pretty heavy rain. We've had some 1-inch plus rains around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, as well as thunderstorm activity during the overnight. We're not done yet, though. We have this frontal boundary that's gradually sinking southward into our area. So I think mid-morning, early afternoon, we have another chance of seeing some significant rain around. The frontal boundary itself sinks southward and stalls out. A secondary front approaches. That one we're going to watch carefully for the potential of some stronger storms. Once our front that triggers the rains today sinks south, stalls out, it washes away. High pressure builds in, and we get a little clearing take place tomorrow. That's that dry air that you see here aloft on the water vapor imagery indicated by the tan color. That won't last long. Winds will rapidly shift. We'll see the moisture return, and we'll still see a few scattered showers down to the south, I think. Tomorrow, maybe an isolated shower or two around. We're not going to get rid of the moisture completely. But then Thursday, we'll be watching that line of showers. Right now, Severe Storm Prediction Center puts us in a marginal category for the potential of severe weather on Thursday night into Friday morning. 5% chance right now. Of course, we'll be refining that forecast as we get closer to the date. The forecast calls for that 50% chance of a Thursday night, Friday morning shower, then turning clear, cooler, and less humid just in time for the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at Suncoast traffic this morning, State Road 70 and 301 seeing an increase in traffic throughout the area. Also, I-75 seeing a little bit of a slowdown. And there is an accident in South Bradenton over at that Cortez Road 41 area. As we head into Sarasota County, pretty quiet throughout the region, but there is some congestion mostly on Bee Ridge Road as you head towards I-75. In South County, just the normal pickup on Business 41. In this hour's Health Smart, a new study suggests people with chronic fatigue syndrome may have imbalances in their gut bacteria.
A new study showed people with chronic fatigue had higher levels of certain gut bacteria. Researchers may be able to classify chronic fatigue syndrome patients into different groups now, depending on their bacteria imbalances, and that could aid in the diagnosis and treatment of the disease. Entertainment news now. Looks like a potential writers' strike has been averted in Hollywood, and that's good news to some 13,000 writers out there. Writers Guild leaders say the new agreement provides increases in minimum pay as well as increases in contributions to the union's health plan. If you remember, the last writers' strike happened nearly 10 years ago, immediately sending late-night talk shows into reruns. Both sides say they're relieved a strike will be averted for the time being. A former social media rising star named Tommy Lauren says she is settling her lawsuit against Glenn Beck. It alleged wrongful termination after she was ousted from her role in his company. The removal came after she said she was in favor of abortion rights while appearing on The View back in March. She said that her attorneys said she was denied access to her Facebook page through his company. He says that page and its millions of followers now belong to him, In return, the conservative talker must remove videos she made for his company from the page. So hopefully they'll sort that whole thing out after one comment.
Sounds like a little bit of a headache.
6:50 right now. Up next, April the giraffe, of course, took the internet by storm earlier this year.
Well, now we'll tell you about what new details her handlers have to say about her little newborn calf after the break.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
The Wild Broadway series at the Players Center brings you the classic farce, Boeing, Boeing. It's the 1960s, and our swingin' bachelor is juggling 3 beautiful stewardesses from 3 competing airlines. But what happens when Boeing produces a faster plane? Comedy ensues. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. Opening April 26th, it's Boeing, Boeing.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Have some scattered showers right now throughout the area. Right now it looks pretty calm in this area, but not the case elsewhere. John's forecast just moments away. 6:53 now on this Tuesday morning.
Here's a look at the top 3 local stories we're following for you this morning.
Plans are being discussed to bring more affordable housing to Bradenton. A project's being looked at the corners of 6th Avenue East and 9th Street East. That's all east of downtown. It would include over 80 new apartments to help with the rising cost of rent here on the Suncoast.
Protesters and counter-protesters took to the streets of Sarasota, all for the issue of immigration rights. The main idea being discussed was whether or not to make Sarasota a sanctuary city. So far, there's been no effort to actually deem Sarasota that name of a sanctuary city.
A conference is set for this morning in Bradenton on the ongoing opioid epidemic. Manatee County tops the list with the highest number of overdose deaths in the entire state. Workshop 9 a.m. at the Bradenton Area Convention Center.
All right, taking a look at traffic this morning. State Road 75, or I-75 rather, seeing a lot of congestion as you head north. Also, State Road 70 and 301 seeing the normal pickup. There is an accident at in South Bradenton around that Cortez Road 41 intersection as we head into Sarasota County. A lot of traffic on Bee Ridge Road in both directions. And in South County, the normal pickup throughout Business 41. John?
So for the first half of the day, we have a chance of seeing some showers around, a 40% chance, scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Then the second half of the day, we'll reduce those rain chances and push it more to the south. Then on Thursday, we'll be watching a good line of showers get closer to us Thursday night into Friday morning, a 50 to 60% chance of showers during that time period. Right now, Severe Storm Prediction Center puts a 5% risk for severe weather with that line. Clearing and cooler for the weekend.
All right, thanks so much, John. The baby giraffe whose birth was watched online by thousands, millions of people around the world now has a name. It's Tajiri. Staff at Animal Adventure Park in Harpersville, New York say Tajiri is Swahili for hope or confidence. Staffers call him Taj for short. The park says the giraffe population has declined by 40% in the last 3 decades, making the species vulnerable to extinction. Tajiri's birth went viral last month when the facility live streamed the event to more than 1 million people. So we now know his official name, and I'm sure he will take the social media by storm as well.
Are they still live streaming that video of the current situation there right now?
Don't know.
They are on the actual Facebook page for the zoo, but not everywhere anymore. So you can go to the Facebook page of the zoo and find it.
There's your answer. Enjoy your Tuesday, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America coming up next.